Welcome to M1 Bingo. I'm your host, M1. Although it's not quite lights out, it's time to learn about motorsports bingo. Like the new 2026 regulations, this is going to be a learning curve, and we're building this plane in flight, so bear with us as we try not to crash out. So consider this a soft opening. It's my first video I'm already channeling my inner Martin Brundle. So that's enough innuendo, and I suppose let's, as they say, get on with it. First things first, grab ye old bingo card from the QR codes above, because we got back-to-back races. The first two races are available. The QR codes will take you to a site called Bingo Baker and generate a card for you. If you're not physically going to print your bingo cards, please save the generated card as a bookmark on your browser, because if you go through the process again, you'll generate a different card. Look, I'm not the boss of you. If you don't like the card that you got, go ahead and get a better one, but more on that in the next video. Once you have your card, it should look something like this. Then you can watch the race and mark the bingo spaces. Missionary bingo is 5 spaces horizontal, vertical, and diagonal. But we're not going to go into the variations in the Bingo Kama Sutra just yet. That'll be in the next video. Not to fear, dear viewer. All official bingo space explanations can be found in the M1 Bingo Base Regulations Appendix 1. But, in all seriousness, we're going to go through them right meow. With Active Aero being a thing now, we decided we needed an aerospace. Mark it when you hear anything discussed about Active Aero. Goodbye, DRS train. You will be missed. Any penalty is for any time a driver receives a penalty during the race. Team and driver penalties that happen before or after the race do not apply. Any plan, A, B, C, D, E, whatever, heard on the broadcast. Assault with battery. Yes, that's right. Anytime the battery charging, use, damage, malfunction, whatever is mentioned on the broadcast. Born out of their super close to the wall disaster, anytime you see an AWS graphic, mark your card. You will do what I say when I say back to the front. That's basically when team orders have cars switch positions or when they're facing a penalty and they're just going to give the spot back. Should be the last Metallica reference. This is for a George Russell podium. It's like he's got a teleporter. Guy does nothing all race. 3rd place. I'm not going to get into the Martin Brundle explanation for this one, just box, seen or heard on the broadcast. Brick in the wall. A car either touches it or becomes part of it. Broken Arrows is in reference to the Silver Arrows of Mercedes. This is basically Mercedes drama must rise to a level judged by the stewards. In honor of Gunther Steiner, bunch of wankers. That means both cars double DNF. Damage report is for when a car receives damage from an event. This damage can basically be anywhere on the car, but allows the car to continue the race. Damage that eliminates the car from the race is not considered damage report. Anytime defend or variations of defend are heard on the broadcast. Double podium means both cars on the same team make the podium. Down the inside, heard on the broadcast. When those drivers get those elbows out, heard on the broadcast. Ferrari gonna Ferrari. Man, do they ever. It's basically Ferrari drama that rises to the level of the stewards. Ferrari podium. Let's hope they do a little bit better this year, because last year the only guy on the F1 grid to win in a Ferrari was on a different team. Fiasco. Basically when the FIA screws something up. This is where a car's front wing is replaced in the pits, must be seen on the broadcast, and the car must continue the race. Hostile. Look, this space was a lot funner a couple years ago when they were crashing into everything and everybody, but we'll see how this year goes. Hoist the colors, me mateys. Referencing flags during the race, minus the green and checkered. It's the Muppet Show. Yes, this one's for all those Muppets in the midfield or at the back of the pack, causing all the safety cars or virtual safety cars, affecting the racing at the front. It's the pits. Blown pit stop over 5 seconds, or they forgot to tighten the lug nuts all the way, or adjust the wing, and they got to come back into the pit to adjust it. They say that rubbing is racing. Sometimes when those cars get close to each other, one of them takes the end cap off the front wing. I mean, honestly, it happens all the time. Are they even worth anything? Do they even need them? Nothing like a good old kerfuffle heard on the broadcast. Lando Norris drama. Language, whether it's bleeped out or not on the broadcast, mark your bingo card, and we'll try to keep it clean here too. Littering. Anytime there is a discussion or drama about anything unusual on the track, such as wildlife or leaves, must rise to a level that's recognized by the stewards. Car parts, crash, debris, helmet visor tear-offs, and tire marbles are not normally considered littering. However, if they do cause an issue for the race, they can be assessed as valid. Anytime a car locks its brakes, and if you've been watching this year, then you're well aware that this is going to be a pretty popular spot. Yes, this is almost a free space. This covers the entire broadcast group from Crofty to the pit lane, and it's questionable commentating. Self-explanatory. Max on the radio explaining what's going on in his car or explaining anything. From papaya rules to papaya fools. Any drama associated with McLaren. McLaren make the podium. Mercedes make a podium. With or without the teleporter. Anytime the management of anything is discussed on the broadcast. Muchos debris. This is basically an event that leaves a debris field on the track that has to be cleaned up either with a safety car, virtual safety car, or red flag. Drama space for all the teams who don't have a drama space, but have drama. This is basically a catch-all space for anything not on your bingo card that's unusual or odd. Of course, at the discretion of the stewards. Olé! Race is red flagged. Ah, yes, the infamous one-car race team. This is Red Bull drama. If Hajar does better this year, maybe we'll go back to running of the bull. Opening lap crash. First lap only, please. Anytime there's a discussion of a driver racing in clean or dirty air. Anytime that there's a pit wall interview with a team principal or CEO on the pit wall. And for the love of God, can we get somebody else other than James Vowles or Snack Brown this year? Anytime push is heard on the broadcast. Oh, those racy bulls. B-carb drama. Thank you, Ted Kravitz. All right, time for these guys to get it together this year. This one boils down to he touched me. First one to do it gets the call. This was great when we had 6 rookies last year. We only got 1 this year, so I don't know. Maybe he won't disappoint. This one's complimentary to down the inside and a good first lap favorite. We can safety car if we wanna, including a virtual safety car. With all of Aston Martin's drama this year, I might have to rename this to Shaken and Stirred. This might be the biggest hit on the entire calendar for bingo. Lewis Hamilton drama, hashtag blessed, hashtag DNA, woof. We expect the Spanish Inquisition, but due to the nature of the broadcast, regardless if it's actually sent for investigation or noted, the first time it's discussed or seen is when the space hits. You want a tow? I'll get you a tow. I mean, Russell wanted one from Max last year and didn't get it, but I'll get you a tow. This also includes all the variations, including slipstream, heard on the broadcast. Yes, this is what it says it is. It's not air temp. It's not tire temp. It's track temp. I don't know why I have to explain it, but yeah, I do. Of course there's a track terrorist space. This is a driver having 2 or more incidents that are questionable and rise to the level of the steward's attention during a race. 3 or more cars? out of the race that actually started the race. So if you start with 18, you get to 15, it's triage. This is a mechanical issue with the car. This can allow them to continue the race or to retire. The discussion of how powerful the undercut is a national pastime to some, but it's called on the first time it's heard on the broadcast. A car that slams into another car. Side-by-side contact is usually not what we're looking for here or qualify for what a salami. But Yuki coined this one during the Monza race when he got T-boned by Hulkenberg. And his exact quote was, "That guy just smashed right into me. I have damage. What a salami. Honestly." Alright, this one is the weather/track space. So this covers all the events for weather and the venue, whether it's personnel like marshals or something's wrong with the track. If it starts raining, this one hits. They have different names, so each race will have a different name for it. In Melbourne, it's Down Under'd, and in Shanghai, it's Shanghai'd. Lance Stroll, ladies and gentlemen. He's been doing better, though. WTF, over. This is funny, argumentative, or downright strange radio communication that rises to the level of stewards. Must be the water. Yeet. Short for something got yeeted. Not tossed, not thrown. Yeeted, like violently. Yes. And finally, we come to ye ol' switcheroo. So where one car passes one car, and then that car got passed, passes them back. It's ye ol' switcheroo. Heard on the broadcast. All right, that's it. We're done here. Remember, all races are lights out to checkered flag for calls. And tune back in for the team video. If you want to start your own league, we'll have that one shortly. Don't forget to What a Salami, the like and subscribe button. Share this video with your friends. And we'll see you in the next one.